What is up, YouTube? My Cowboys family here, bringing you guys the latest update on our very own Dallas Cowboys. And of course, as always, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. As we get rolling here, of course, take a second, hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us anywhere and everywhere at My Cowboys Family, and hop in the Discord. The link for that's in the description box down below.
So we call this Recuperation Sunday?
Definitely not. Bit, right? Definitely a little bit better than I expected. But was kind of hoping for a second wind here tonight. So no, just saying that definitely need a little more rest and recuperation. But
I would beg to
decided to shake things up a little bit this Sunday.
I would beg to differ about your ability to be okay. At least last night. I know today was a tougher day for me than it was for you. But yesterday, I know you had it tough, baby. Snug X, I think you got the W. I think you got the win yesterday. What do you think? I don't know.
I will have to concede the win.
Yeah, I think Snug X and you guys, the rest of you guys who jumped in the mix, helped take us. The last celebratory party stream last night. Hope you guys got to see it.
Definitely went out with a bang.
Yeah, but for a little bit, for a while, right? Until maybe their bye week, or maybe until the end of the year. But be a little bit of time.
The next time we celebrate that way will be
celebrating
some Super Bowl
championship
situations.
That is the hope. That is definitely the hope.
So, but hey, it all starts with a single season.
Yeah, and hey, much love to everybody. A lot of things changed on the board. It is all updated. Pre-stream, we had another drop. I had to update that. But baby, let's start off with the people that make the thing go round and round here on MCF. Like the man who took over last weekend. Took over mostly again now this week. Snug X, not one, not two, but 3 straight weeks as the sponsor of the week. 3 straight weeks as the king of the Cash App. Much love to Snug X. He's currently the leader in the Cash App side of things. He's the leader in Cash App. So it looks like he's going to go for more. He's going for 4 on that Cash App, although it's not over. We'll see what happens tonight. And, of course, sponsor of the week, well, it's a battle between Snug X and the 4-time winner of the gifting membership crown there, Mr. Jason Renfro. 4 weeks in a row. He's trying to go for 5. He is currently in the lead, but Skeptical Fan got a little closer. We'll explain what happened in a minute, but also Jason Renfro, the overall leader right now over Snug X by not much on the, trying to corral that sponsor of the week top spot for the, for kicking off week 1, which is what we're going to lead into starting Monday, tomorrow. So much love to everybody on those boards. Again, gifting champion before that was 3 months of domination by the man, Skeptical Fan. He dropped a gifted membership. And I think, who was the lucky winner on that? Frank Moyer?
Yes, it was.
So we got Mr. Frank Moyer. Congrats once again, and welcome back to the Navy Blue crew. Even though he's more of an eagle green, I think that's his kind of style. But he's part of the family here in MCF. Skeptical fan, up to 13 gifted memberships, by the way. So much love to everybody on all the boards. David Luna, don't forget about David. He took over that stream boss Lara. David Lara took over the stream boss last night. 87 points. Mr. Jake Ferguson, their representation. Much love to David Lara for that takeover. So, hey, we have one more night. We'll see what happens. Of course, there's the star level membership, which is tonight's specialty. We give the nightly shout outs, of course. And if you're in the star level membership, there's 7 people that have a chance. Yeah, you know what's coming, guys. That chance to win that star level raffle here on MCF, or over everything, sewn and stitched, Cowboy Mosh jersey, your pick of multiple different choices, and we'll crown a winner at the end of the stream tonight. So everybody in that star level, good luck on that. And of course, there's, like I said, star level membership. There's a couple people we got to shout out in that group that's going to be on that board today, like Jason Renfro, Skeptical Fan, Dwayne Broussard, the top dog. We also got Andy Pocht, Mary Alvarez, who's making a run at the top spot as well. And, of course, LC Lincoln Kane. And, don't ever forget, Ron the Don Smith. So,
thank you to all of our
star level members.
Can't wait to see who the lucky winner is going to be later.
Andy Posh, I think I said it. Much love to everybody in that star level membership. One of these 7 people are going to win. Now, there's other ways to help out the channel, guys. Of course, super chats. There's super chats, the thanks button. Jumping in the membership side of things, which, by the way, I do want to shout out Mary Alvarez and Andy Pocht back in that star level membership. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate Skeptical's gifted membership, Navy Blue for Frank Moyer. Just giving an update on the memberships, gifting memberships, thanks button, super chats. But there's 4 other ways of dropping the love here, which falls into the Cash App crown territory. What are the other ways?
Of course, you have the Cash App, # MyCowboysFamily, the Venmo at My-Cowboys-Family, the regular PayPal link, and last but not least, the Streamlabs link lets your comment show up on screen, so just like a super chat.
Just other options, guys, for everybody who wants to drop love other ways. I know international friends, sometimes they got to go through some of these ways as well. Tonight's the finale of the week. We try to I had a headache still, but I'm still, luckily drank a lot of water, pushed the stream back a little bit, and we're here to give you the big recap on the big move, the one move today, the one piece of news that's very important, and that's Terrence Steele, 5-year extension. Vote on this topic right now.
Please let us know your thoughts there in the poll. Obviously, for the most part, it seems positive to unsure. You know what I mean? Yeah. And definitely leaning a little bit more towards the unsure part, which, I think we are on 2 little different sides of this, although not
we'll
really
discuss
different.
It when we get to Mr. Terrence Steele here. You guys know that he got signed. You see the money there. We'll give you the details in a minute, as well as the good, bad, and ugly about Terrence Steele signing. Most people, I think, wanted him signed, and me included. But we'll discuss why I might be on a different side of things when it comes to this as you. So, anyways, much love to everybody in the house, baby. Let's do the shout-outs to those chilling with us here on an MCF Sunday finale.
Let me see. We have Tim Pinnell in the house. I'm not sure if it was Skeptical Fan or Jason Renfro who gifted you the membership, but one of those 2 lovely gentlemen did. So
yes,
thank you to both of them.
Yeah, we thank all of you guys who, like Scorpios and Bobby Bottles, Indian Boogie, they dropped that. And it's like Jason Renfro once again. Bo Smith now back in the Navy Blue crew because of Jason Renfro's love.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you.
Another point on that gifted membership board. He's up now, back to 6. Oh, he's up by a touchdown, but not an extra point. Up by a touchdown over Skeptical Fan as we speak. So much love, Jason Renfro. Of course, still in first place on the overall board as well. Always go Cowboys. Hey, congrats, Bo Smith, as well.
So let me see. Shout out to Mary Alvarez.
Hey.
Much love to you, West Coast style.
Yeah,
Rolando Rodriguez in the house. Yeah, they definitely got to us quite a bit quicker, although I just don't think it would be physically possible for me to drink enough beer to get...
Like, you'll be too
bloated
before you get to that point.
Like, I would not physically be able to hold that much liquor inside me. So, that would end very quickly. So, let me see. Stone Immaculate in the house, of course. Jason Renfro is here. Hello and hi. Bo Smith, congrats to you. Retro Scotty representing. Much love.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I also wanted to announce, and you see some people know it, like you dropping it, those New York Giant emojis. Yeah, if you see any Giant fans, you know what to do. We also kept the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Squealers emojis there, so you can, bag on those haters that come in here once in a while. Of course, we got the NFC East always, the Eagles and Commanders, but also This is a full force assault on the Giants. We want to make sure we see any Giant fans. You just feel like throwing down some hated emoji about the Giants. Drop them if you got them. You know what I mean? So that's what we do every week. And you'll see the fans coming in here all week long. Giant fans will be trickling in. You know what to do, guys. If you're in a Navy Blue Silver Star or over everything level membership, drop those damn emojis. You know what to do. Anyway, I want to make sure I update everybody on that. We got them locked and loaded.
We have Thomas Garrett, the superior Garrett.
Hell yeah.
Drums and Cowboys in the house. This is the last weekend without football.
Last Sunday.
Finally.
Last Sunday, yes.
James Simmons, what's up? Let me see. Who else is here? I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Nefertiti Rogers? Hopefully I said that right. No. Nefertiti.
Nefertiti. In the house.
Even Lee Side Harold had to come talk real football.
When you see Lee's side, you know what to do. Drop that Houston emoji.
You see, Freedom First was actually first this time.
There you
go.
There you go. Under the gun. I love it. Jason Renfro dropping them all like it's hot. Ooh. On fire. You know what we do here, guys. You've been with us 6 years now. This is our 7th season. You know what's going down. And this is only like our 4th season. I think we're entering our 4th season with the emojis. At least our 3rd for sure. So let's get it on, guys. Yes. I'm excited. Now, I'm also excited about talking about Cowboy news, info, and updates. So let me know when I can speak on this, baby. I can speak on it, Mac Don.
I guess I will allow you to speak on it now.
I wanted to clarify for everyone, today is the last NFL-less. This is college football. Yeah. NFL-less Sunday until February. Until that week before the Super Bowl. I guess there's a Pro Bowl. There's no Pro Bowl anymore. So that's it. Super Bowl is the next time. Between the Super Bowl and the championship game is the next time you get a break like this. And if we're in the Super Bowl that weekend, we will be partying once again. You'll be seeing our pretty little faces on the screen, celebrating that the eve of the 2 weeks, the football week eve of our Super Bowl. Yes. Chance for that 6 and beyond. So again,
the night before football and all through the house.
I'm telling you, you don't know what it is to have Super Bowl eve and have your team the next day. I do. 3 years out of 4 in a row, but I remember those days, and that was like 10 times better than Christmas Eve when you were a little kid.
I can tell you right now, I have a feeling I'm gonna be like, if I'm lucky enough to experience it, you're gonna have to knock me out. You're gonna have to drug me.
We'll probably be up,
anxious.
Probably up all night, baby. Let's be real.
We'll
probably be streaming all night. Let's be honest. It'll be all night drink fest, stream party and hopefully we can get it together for the 6 o'clock Eastern time kickoff.
You know what? We'll just have to do a 24-hour live stream.
Yeah, I mean. I want to make sure I'm ready for the game. I don't want to be like sleeping, so that's the thing. But I mean, again,
we'll do a sleeping stream. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we're just gonna be
just have the camera set up. Whatever happens. Huh?
We're not gonna miss a second.
I might have to do that.
You would have to drug me.
Yeah.
To probably get me to sleep because that's gonna be.
I just need 5 shots, baby. 5 shots for you. You're done. I'll knock you the hell out.
I'm trying to enjoy the Super Bowl experience, not regret it.
You'll be all right by the next day at 6
p.m. Plus, I have a feeling I'm going to need that liquid fortification for during the game.
True, that's true too.
Just saying, I honestly, just talking about the Cowboys being in the Super Bowl makes me excited, but gives me too much anxiety. So let's move on from that. Let's move on.
Let's move on because it's not even actually week 1 yet.
Oh, that's what I said. We got to actually get there.
Let's hold the excitement as much as possible.
Terrence said, facts. I'm not making it to work. Montana 808, what's up?
Cancel the whole week.
Hopefully the coaching went well today.
Montana 808 in the house, yes. I'm sure he did. He's a great coach. Again, loves the music. Another beat came out from Mr. Montana 808, so we heard that as well. By the way, yes, last NFL last Sunday until the Sunday before the Super Bowl. Let's put it that way. So we're kickoff is 1 week away for our Cowboys. I mean, at this time we're celebrating week 1's win against the Giants next week. Right. Cowboys are 3-point favorites for this week 1 opening game in New York at MetLife Stadium. Kicking off week 1 here against the NFC East Giants. And that's, again, we're 3-point favorites. So it's really a 6-point favorite when you look at the home field advantage deal. It's really we're favored by I don't really care what we're favored by. We should win by double effing digits. And we'll talk, of course, starting tomorrow. Probably a shorter stream tomorrow. It would be like a 30-minute MC effort. But the rest of this week, guys, this new week coming up, we're doing our thing. It's going to be the injury report Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I got to get my mind back into this, but it's the same thing. It's major days Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's always the recoup on Mondays. Tuesdays usually the switch over day. We get a little bit of the transaction stuff is done usually on Tuesdays.
Usually Monday at most is like the preliminary,
like the recap of injuries
news, or obviously a lot more post game analysis.
But
now
since there's
you've let it kind of
the
sit in
game
your
been
head
out
for a
there
little
24
bit,
hours.
good or bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing too, because we there's no game, of course, and so this Monday, it's not going to be a recap, but it will be a getting ready for and tidying up all the loose ends before we get into the Giants. Which really Monday, Tuesday, tomorrow we will start kicking it off. But really Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it goes crazy here. So yeah, we know what to do. We know what's going to happen. Again, we'll have to have a special thing on that Saturday now and switch it up a little bit. So our simulations, unfortunately, YouTube won't let us do it, but we will figure it out. Yeah, hit up the chat, baby.
No, real quick, Skeptical Fan said, is there any update on the Cowboys injuries, like the ones that we know, like we do currently have? Scorpio, what's up? Much love.
Much love, Scorpio. I think the biggest injury we have right now to really track that's the most dangerous, you can say Tony Pollard to some extent. You can say Terrence Steele to some extent. The one that actually was injured the most recent was Donovan Wilson, and that's the one that seems to be the biggest question mark injury situation. We know the other injuries. They're out for the year, some of these guys. Some of these guys are out for 4 weeks. I don't have to talk about them. It's Donovan Wilson's the one that's got to be ready week one, along with the two guys I mentioned, Tony Pollard and Terrence Steele.
I was actually also going to say the turf toe of Sam Williams.
Great catch.
I'm just throwing
that's one to watch for sure.
As far as any updates, no. They, things are pretty much exactly as they have been, although you could maybe say that the Cowboys' current contractual actions should give you an idea on the health of a certain player, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Listen,
right?
I will say this.
So,
great,
my point is that
I missed that one.
The turf toe for me, Sam Williams, that's like the one that sticks out of my mind, just because the last turf toe injury we had was out for an entire year.
Yeah. And talking about Lyle Collins.
Yes.
Listen, here's the thing. I'm also thinking again, when you talk about this subject, the reason I brought up Donovan Wilson and the great catch on Sam Williams, because Sam Williams, he didn't practice. We want to see how fast or not he does come back from that. We know it's going to be lingering, but he's going to play. He's going to play through that. Donovan Wilson.
What you're about to say.
Donovan Wilson's a starter.
Yep.
Major peach against every team, especially against the Giants and what's his name, fucking Jones. So I think that when we go up against Daniel Jones and the Giants, they love to run him, and we used Donovan Wilson last year as a spy.
Was Hankins hurt?
Hankins was took off a day. He was just getting a vet day. It was not an injury.
I was going to say, I don't think, it was.
He had a vet day. He had a vet day on the last practice.
Sam Williams has a turf toe. In case maybe I misspoke.
Sam, number 54, guys. The guy with the weed, the guy that got in the fight in the camp with Biadish and Hoffman. Anyway, you guys know Sam Williams. So Sam Williams, you get the turf toe. You do have, a couple other battered and bruises guys as veterans or whatever it may be. But to me, Donovan Wilson was the guy we want to make sure he's out there. We'll know more, according to McCarthy, tomorrow about Donovan Wilson.
Yeah, first of all, Asmodeus in the house. What's up? But Scorpio said the biggest injury was to Jerry's wallet.
Well, we'll talk about this. Trust me.
Yeah.
The last segment of this tonight is going to be all about Terrence Steele. So we're going to break it down.
And I do think we do have some cap stuff as well, retro. Although I don't think those official numbers have come out.
Well, we don't. Well, again,
the Terrence Steele stuff.
I got some numbers that you can kind of get some estimations with. We'll put it that way. The cap hit has not been announced yet.
Yeah, that's why I said that. We still don't 100%.
That'll be tomorrow. Usually Todd Archer brings that and gets the cap hit stuff, which is always good to know, and how much dead cap we're going to have to roll forward and all the whole game. We'll talk about that and more retro in a moment. But first, can I get going? Should I get going now?
Oh, fine. Go for it.
College football, of course, the hot topic the last two nights, especially yesterday with Deion Sanders and his son. Colorado Buffaloes going to TCU, national championship losing team last year, high ranked this year, and went in there really, had a shootout and beat them pretty convincingly, not by score, but by just nonstop coming back on them. They weren't phased ever. So quarterback for Colorado Buffaloes is Deion Sanders' son, Shedeur Sanders. And he was, again, some people say he was only good because he had HBCU college, and his dad couldn't protect him anymore now that he's in the big league, so to speak. And again, he carved up this TCU defense. They played in the national championship game last year, and he threw for school record 510 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. He dominated. And the only guy dominating more than him was Travis Hunter. It's the talk of the town right now. As you guys know, he played offense and defense. He played 134 snaps in total for the Colorado Buffalo, 70 on offense as receiver, 64 on defense as a cornerback. He had 11 catches at receiver for 119 yards, and again, he had an interception on defense. So first college football player in at least 20 years to record more than 100 receiving yards and also getting an interception in the same game. Kind of a crazy fact. So congrats to Deion Sanders, definitely taking over there. A team that was 1-11 last year, was it? Or 0? I don't know what they were horrible. They're already 1-0, right? Starting off fantastic. Now, Micah, I will say something about some people that were at that game. One person that was at that game. But first, let me start with Micah Parsons for a second, guys. I want to talk a little Micah. You say Micah's, we got Parsons pressures, right? And on this title, there's a reason. Well, Micah he went all the way back home to Penn State for their season opener yesterday. All right, so he was banging the drums and they were going crazy. He did a good job at that. He's always tries to be perfect at whatever he does, right? But let me talk about Micah. Forget about college. Who cares about college? We're talking about the Cowboys in the NFL and Micah Parsons, what he's doing for us lately, and he's going to do more what he did recently for us, in my opinion. When you look at Micah, let me just forget us. You see him just throwing people around. McGlinchey, which is important. He's an important player. You just see him getting thrown around because he gets compared to the Terrence Steele contract. But as you see here, Micah just tearing up every team he faced last year. I know a lot of people say he fell out in the fourth quarters. Overtime. Where was Dak? Where was Micah's pressure? Where was his sacks? Where was his stats? Just want to throw this out there, guys. Since 2021, all right? And according to PFF, and again, this is since his rookie year, the fourth quarter and overtime leaders when it comes to pass rushing. There's 4 guys here I'm going to mention. Micah's one of them. The highest PFF grade as a pass rusher in the fourth quarter and overtime, Aaron Donald. All right, so we're talking about just fourth quarter here in overtime. Okay. When you need your guys to come through. Aaron Donald has the best overall PFF grade. When it comes to the actual pressure, Max Crosby has 62 in the fourth quarter and overtime. He's making it count, those moments. When it comes to the actual number of pressures. When it comes to the actual number of sacks in the fourth quarter and overtime, Nick Bosa from the Niners. He comes through there for this fearsome foursome here. But then Micah Parsons. Yeah, where is he at? Guys, the most pressure, again, when it comes to the pressure percentage you put on a quarterback. He's number one. He pressured the quarterback 20% of the time, I guess you could say. That's number one in the fourth quarter and overtime. When the fourth quarter came, Micah was in the quarterback's face consistently. The most consistently at all times. Now, he didn't get the sacks. He didn't get the actual pressure. Maybe another player got it on the team. Maybe another player got a sack on the team. The PFF grade, all these guys are elite PFF, let's be honest. But I just want to say, Micah's a top 4, easy pass rusher. And again, you got to look at him as a linebacker. To me, he's better than everybody else because he's a top linebacker in the NFL as well. So Micah Parsons, 20% pressure percentage, but it's a pressure rate. 1 every 5 snaps, he's in the quarterback's face wrecking shit.
Right,
so,
like as Modi said, that's some damn good company to be compared to.
Damn right. And he's number 1 in that. And that's that. Yes, Bosa's got the most
sacks.
That's
also a very hard one to
break down.
I'm not trying to take anything away from the other guys either. Just saying that it is hard, like you said, in the fourth quarter. We're talking after playing an entire football game. Micah still somehow finds some juice left in the tank to still.
But they all got. Listen, I agree,
and that's what I'm saying. They all do it
because you get the sacks. Nick Bosa's tired. You get the pressures. Max Crosby's tired. Aaron Donald's tired.
So that's what I'm saying.
Micah's tired
it's
too.
on both sides of the ball there too. But
Micah's relentless. That's something that I think these other guys don't have. That little that extra little That's the one difference between him and these guys have other things, and Micah doesn't have. But the one thing Micah has is his relentless plays, nonstop. They all have nonstop motors, but he seems to be the one that keeps going the most consistent, the longest, and the most ferocious. It's that relentless attacking. So to me,
Micah's that one little wind-up toy that somehow just keeps on kicking.
There's no question that Micah Parsons is, one
of
the best,
honestly,
and that's more proof of that.
That type of tenacity is why, besides his talent, why he is so admired, right? Because we've seen talented players come and go all the time. But man, when was the last time we saw a player that was this bloodthirsty and dedicated and hardworking and also talented? You know what I mean?
Jangly Echo's also in the house here, dropping that J. Lou $2 holler.
Ooh.
Much love to Jangly. Dropping in here, taking David Lauer to 85 points. What did Jangly have to say?
A slightly controversial opinion, I'm going to assume, saying Steele's a top 5 tackle and better than Tyron Smith.
That definitely is a bit iffy, a little bit early in his career, third year in the NFL, one horrible year, right, his rookie year, and another year he tore his ACL. So, no, I'm just saying, but he's been solid, dominant this last year, and the year before that, I think he was getting there. So, it's still too early. I cannot say that.
Yeah, if you're talking specifically from a career standpoint,
there's no way.
You can't make that comparison. If you're talking about who they are in this moment in time, I could give you that. Just
at this moment, if you get to the injury, he is better than Terrence Steele right now.
That's my whole point. Like, of course, Terrence Smith is literally in the twilight of his career. That's the only way you can say he's better. Whereas Terrence Steele just got signed to his big boy contract. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
so, it's hard to compare someone retiring from the force in a few months to the, standout rookie of the year type of situation.
Exactly. No, and I agree.
So, but the fact that Terrence Steele is amongst that company, I think it bodes well for his future here.
Yeah, I do. Well, we're going to get into that, but again, Jangly,
the good thing is it's not a competition.
I'm glad that, they're
on the same team.
I think he's talking about now, I'm assuming. Not just, better than Tyron Smith, but, in a career span. But look, we'll talk about Terrence Steele in a moment. I do want to get to the defense. The reason I left this up on the screen, there's a reason for that, baby. By the way, the board is updated. Jangly Echo's up there. David Lauer, 85 points. As we keep seeing Micah the Machine, right?
Oh, yeah. He means top 5 right now, not in the career.
Maybe.
So, I kind of figured you didn't mean career.
I still wouldn't put him top 5 right now, but I could see the point you're making. I could see the case that could be made for him. But look, Micah right now would tear up Tyron Smith and Terrence Steele on that field. And the reason I'm bringing this up, and I left this stuff up on the screen, baby, with Micah going in, because there's talk out there. And please, when I say talk, put this in big parentheses, that the Kansas City Chiefs star defensive tackle Chris Jones, still holding out from the Chiefs, guys, not present at practice today. And, Andy Reid was asked, like, when is he coming back? He goes, I don't know when he's coming here or not coming here. So he kind of was like, I don't know. Listen, they play on Thursday night. The opening game against the Lions.
Yeah, so it's not like they have the luxury of waiting.
Even if he signs right now as I'm speaking, he's not playing on Thursday night. Yeah. Right. So that's over with. Now, I will say this. There's some people throwing shit out there. I don't know, hoping to make it stick, and I guess it got some play. That's saying that, a comparison. Well, Chris Jones could be traded to the Cowboys. I think it was the Bears and the Browns. I don't know. It was like 3 teams that rumors. Rumors means I could have wrote an article and said, I think that this would work. There's no rumors. It's just someone's opinion. And it's being rumored that the Cowboys might try to trade for Chris Jones. And the deal that's being passed around is that the Chiefs would want Osa Odigizua and a first-round pick, or Osa Odigizua and a 4th and a 6th, and we get a 6th and Chris Jones. We get a rental for 1 year is what we get. Guys, this is bullshit. I'm just telling you the truth right there, guys. Chris Jones, yes, he's not at practice. Yes, he not going to play this week. We know today was a Wednesday when it comes to injury. Wednesday's injury report is today's injury report for the Chiefs and the Lions. So he's not even there. So he ain't playing this game. But my point is, everyone's talking about like the Cowboys are making a deal. Do you think we need to get another guy in there? I know Sam Williams got a turf toe. I know, again, we got Mozzie Smith. We got Jonathan Hankins. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but the Cowboys going to pay that much for a 1-year guy? I hate to see people going around saying, I can't wait to make this deal at Super Bowl. No, we're not making this deal. It's not happening. We got Micah Parsons, a dominator. We got DeMarcus Lawrence. We got Dorrance Armstrong. We got Sam Williams. We got guys that we keep stacking in here, and Fowler and others we got more than enough pass rushers. We got more than enough pass. We're not going to give up, and that's the edge. I mean, inside you got Mozzie, Hankins, you got Osa. No, this is not going to happen. So guys, don't get crazy about it. Just in case anybody was. Now, let me go crazy about Jason Renfro's $6 holler right there. $6 holler.
Always a Go Cowboys.
Always, man. Appreciate you. Yo, Cowboys. You know it. So anyways, any quick thoughts on this? Because it's crazy. Chris Jones himself, guys, hit the like on this. He hit the like on Twitter. You can check, of course, he hit like. He hit like on this article. So to me, he got trolled by a random Twitter opinion. He thinks it's like a real thing, or is it him trying to connect his name to that star? And you know how they do. They try to sell themselves through the star. Even if the Joneses don't even look at them. Still no matter. Now he's connected. Now everyone's talking about it. Maybe he raises his negotiation status on things. I don't know. What do you think, baby? What does the chat think about this?
Let me see. Cactus, you said hell no. Nah. So, and look, I'm
great
not
player.
denying that he's a great player. Obviously, he would add to the talent that we already have. But
he's better than Mozzie and Jonathan Hankins.
Need him, right? We don't need him. But most importantly than that, goddamn, I don't even want to think about affording him. That's my point.
Exactly.
Like, that fake
and giving
price
away
that was put out there.
But giving away a first rounder,
too rich for my
give away
blood.
a first rounder or a second and a fourth. Think about this for a second. You're getting a guy for 1 year, really, and you're giving away Osa, who obviously has been trajectory's going up for him. I mean, it makes no sense, you know.
Although I will disagree on the whole reasoning of him liking that post. I mean, I'm sorry, but
he wants out.
First of all, we obviously know he's not happy there. So to me, it's less of he's trying, he likes it because he thinks that's what's going to happen. Because look, realistically speaking, even if he does request a trade, he does not get a say in that. And, rumors and things like that. Like if whatever rumors would be out there, his front office would know more as well. To me, I took that as more of a hope. I think that he would love for that to be a reality. I think that's a way for him to kind of shout his desires out there saying, hey, Cowboys, if you want me, come and get me type of thing. Because, well, the Cowboys...
I know. We got the star. We got the team. He's going to be able to look good on this team. So, there's a lot of those things there. Of course, who doesn't want to come to the Cowboys, right? I mean, every player out there pretty much says, hey, look, it's in front of the star and says, can I go there? Will I be going there? Whether it's real or not real, or the Cowboys did due diligence or not, every player says that. So I don't want to make too much out of this, but I did want to say that, for those that are wondering, is this real? Please don't buy into the clickbait. It's just clickbait. It ain't happening. No need for this happening. Someone said something there about journalists.
Yeah, Griffon81 said the journalists that report these trades obviously don't follow the Cowboys.
That's the crazy thing. This is a Twitter user. This is some guy writing an article as an opinion. And to me, like, I could do the same thing. And there you go. It's just silly, Like I could, again, if you want to trust this guy who's just saying, let's throw shit to the wall, see what sticks, or us here at MCF, you definitely want to stick here. You don't want to go that way. So I'm just saying, like, you got to make sure you know your sources right and make sure that you don't just, just dive deep into the clickbait stuff. Because then you go to different Cowboy creator channels and say, hey, we're going to go trade for Aaron Donald tomorrow. And no, we're not.
Dallas Cover 92, what's up? Eric Wallace in the house. But Cactus G said, he's in the Super Bowl every other year. What's not to like?
And listen, the guy's dominating interior. He's better than Mozzie and Hankins together. But that ain't we got Mozzie and Hankins for extra cheap. And that's what makes Jerry Jones, sing.
I think if anything, that just lets you know that whatever unhappiness he's feeling is apparently worth more than being on a potentially continuously Super Bowl winning team for the next handful of years or whatever.
Agree.
Just saying. So, at least for him, it must be pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, not trying to make excuses or anything. So, by the way, what's your excuse for not hitting the like button?
Well, not.
It's a bad one. It's not a good one. Just kidding. But guys, seriously, hit the like button if you haven't already. Easy, super quick way to help us out here on the MCF side of things, showing the love and the support. Of course, if you're chatting in the chat, you already subscribe, but if you're just listening, lurking behind the scenes, subscribe down below. Of course, hit that notification bell so you never miss when we go live. We're live every night now.
Basically, yeah.
That's it. The season's starting, so we're live every night, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be like that, and if it's for reason it's a short night, it'll be a MCF in 30 or a quickie, MCF Cowboy quickie, but either way, you know what we do here, guys. It's football season. It started. It's on. And we kicked it off yesterday, right? Here, a little drinky, and plus.
Big Boss Man, what's up? Saying, you think Chris Jones wants Aaron Donald money?
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course. Of course he's going to try to get as close to that as possible. We Cowboys ain't paying that. Trust me. We're good enough. We got Jonathan Hankins back for $1 million and Mozzie Smith for $1 million for the rookie deal. That's the extent of defensive tackle,
and that's still
money from the Joneses, and that's more than we've done in the past.
And a huge investment over anything the Cowboys have done.
Agreed.
So right, Monroe said the Earl Thomas marketing strategy. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Earl Thomas was not the first or the last, but he certainly was one of the louder ones the last handful of years, just because that back and forth went on for so fucking long.
Yeah, I mean him, Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams just recently got taken off the PUP list now. He's going to finally play, I think. Maybe not week 1, I heard, like week 2 or something. But all these guys use the star to promote themselves. Now, a guy who didn't use the star to promote themselves, but is doing a great job of promoting himself in Dallas and in the surrounding area and in Texas throughout. Quarterback Trey Lance for the Cowboys just recently traded from the Niners to the Cowboys, number 15. Getting involved with the football community in Texas immediately, guys. In here for a week, he's already doing, camps and stuff like this.
Good.
Yeah, it's great to see him doing this. And just and throwing himself into the football community in Texas. You can't do anything better. Of course, he's familiar with this, and he was actually at the game. New Cowboy quarterback, of course, Trey Lance was at the Colorado TCU game, which is right in the same area there, in Dallas, in Texas, in Dallas area, Fort Worth area. So he was on the sideline with the Sopranos shirt. I know we have seen that there. I said it in yesterday's drinking stream, but you guys knew that Sopranos season 2 was just ending when this guy was born. That's crazy. He's wearing the shirt. It just, it's kind of like wearing something when you were born. I guess that's common, but it's strange for me because I watched that whole thing live, like when it was going on happening. Now, everybody wants to crown Trey Lance the starting quarterback over Dak Prescott because they hate Dak Prescott. That's stupid. That's silly. It ain't happening. We talked about the positives with Trey Lance. I'm not going to repeat it all now, but the positives, is that arm strength, is the attacking, natural attacking ability down the field. So, some things you can say, does Dak have the arm strength? Does Dak have that attack ability in the second year of his career, third year of his career? No way. He did not. The ability to kind of break the pocket, be more mobile than Dak was, and he was younger. The one thing that Trey Lance has not even come in close to when it comes to Dak Prescott is footwork and awareness of the down the field, awareness of the play and reading defenses. Trey Lance still is not going to be able to read anything really much outside of man-to-man coverage. Outside of that zone coverage, he gets confused. When it's in man, it starts up at man and moves to zone, he gets confused. So this is he's going to have to. Mike McCarthy, one of the best guys you can get alongside him to get him to a working, fully sustainable second-string quarterback. And then if we get there, we'll go from there. But in the meantime, Dak Prescott's the man of this team on offense and one of the obvious leaders, if not the leader. We know I consider Micah Parsons like the leader, but we know the quarterback and Dak being that combination, the guy he is and the quarterback, he's the leader of this team. And this is about the Dak doubters. Baby, tell me if you haven't heard people say this about Dak Prescott. They always want to be negative about Dak Prescott, and I don't want to even be positive. I just want to be realistic about Dak Prescott. They'll say anything. They'll say he's a he's a crappy quarterback. Uh-oh. We got a drop there from the man staying skeptical. He dropped that 5 on it because he gave that gifted membership to Jamar Chason.
Thank you so much, Skeptical Fan. Appreciate you always. Go Cowboys.
Yeah.
Moving on up, right? Especially on the... Let me just see something here.
Oh, yes. Mr. Skeptical, I think he is...
There we go.
In third place still. I mean, it's going to take a while for him to get up past that spot there, but he has a chance because it is back to a 5 membership difference now between Jason Renfro, who's got 19, and Skeptical Fan just hit that touchdown. It's 14-19. He's down. And the Boogie got 1 on there.
That is...
Good luck. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Good information to know, Cleveland. He said one thing that Trey Lance achieved over Dak is he nailed Colin Cowherd's daughter. Cowherd got a hate boner for him ever since.
Oh, shit. That's funny as shit.
That's, I guess that's one way to make sure you earn someone's eternal hatred. Sleep with their daughter. Sorry, that caught me so randomly off guard there for a second. Rolling back a little bit here, Cactus G said, Trey had 2 seasons to make a move. 0 pressure. Griff181 throwing out there, why isn't the media killing Kansas City for not signing Chris Jones? They already won 2 Super Bowls, so there's no excuse not to sign him.
No, again, I agree. That's what the Dallas media versus every other media out there looks like. Oh, and Jason Renfro says, hold up. Back to a 6-point game, if I should say so. Then 20-14 in late in the fourth quarter, and way up, dude. Right? Is that who got it? I can't see.
Way up, dude. What's up?
Way up, way up, and got that gifted membership from Jason Renfro.
Jason. Much love to you. Appreciate you, of course.
Always, brother. Appreciate you, and go Cowboys. Congrats to Way Up, dude, as well. As this battle continues here on MCF, and baby, let me hit up another comment or two. I'm gonna get into the Dak Prescott I'm gonna say realistic and versus the hate.
Oh,
that's it.
my
Just plain and
they
simple.
said I'm gonna be realistic about Dak. He's the best QB in the league for the Cowboys.
He
also said I'm supposed to say that in like a '90s Macintosh computer voice, but I don't know.
You don't remember what that was?
Yeah, I can't. I'm drawing a blank.
Is he giving me? But he's trying to. It's like,
you do it.
I'm trying to say, Dak is the best quarterback in the league.
Kinda...
Yeah, like that.
Okay. I mean...
Sorry, baby. All right, so much love To Jason
It made me
Renfro.
look that up when the stream is over, Monty.
Sure, go ahead. Jason Renfro, much love for the gifted membership. And again, 20-14, late in the fourth quarter. Team Renfro beating Team Skeptical. So, Dak Prescott, the hate thrown at him is it's just dumbfounding to me. I don't understand how people continue to. Well, the dark net is back on the Navy Blue crew. Why is that, baby? Ooh. Jason Renfro said, "Let me make this a 3-touchdown game. Let me score my 3rd touchdown of the week." Much love to Jason Renfro, another one, as they say. Who got this one, baby?
The dark net.
I was going to say the Dark Knight, so I'm sorry.
No, the dark net. So
yeah, gotta be careful with the dark net. Congrats to the dark net.
The Dark Knight's little cousin.
Congrats to the dark net, and much love to the man who's trying to make this 5 on it right now, guys. He got 4 in a row. He's gonna go 5 on it. He's got a 21-14 lead, 7-point touchdown lead over Skeptical Fan. It's a little harder to score points though in this, right? So hey, much love to both you guys. And congrats to those that are getting these memberships out there. So, Dak Prescott's hated. We know this. People say, what do they say about Dak? Especially now. He's a turnover machine, right?
Yeah.
He turns the ball over too much. You know, he's the 9th all-time lowest. He has the 9th all-time lowest interception rate in his career. 9th all-time lowest in the NFL history. All right, look, if they're going to throw out non-facts, I'm going to throw out facts. Now, you could look at people saying he's not accurate. Now, you guys know I busted that bubble a long time ago. He's the 8th all-time in accuracy. All-time. And we just seen him the last couple of years. He's been number 1 multiple years when it comes to deep, tight window throws. So, just bullshit. When you say he's not accurate, it's because your eyes are fooling you. You want to hate that. Now, they say, he needs to. It's funny because people say he's not accurate, he's turnover, but then they want him to be a bus driver. Or not he's just a bus driver, or they should be a bus driver type of dink and dunk kind of quarterback. The reality, he's the 4th most accurate quarterback among active starters currently since 2020 when throwing the ball over 20 yards. He has the 9th all-time adjusted nets per attempt. I'm just saying, guys, all-time, once again, in the adjusted yards per attempt. And since 2020, I think before 2020, he definitely was not going down the field as much. But after 2020, guys, no doubt he's the 4th most accurate quarterback throwing passes that go over 20 yards. Just saying, that's accurate, okay? That's not somebody, that's somebody also who's learned to attack. That's why I said Trey Lance. He attacks, he doesn't know how to attack yet. He attacks and he throws picks. But Dak learned to attack a lot more, I'd say, starting 2020 when Kellen Moore took over, let's be honest. Now, people will say he's not able to win the games. He's not a winner. He's the 6th best winning percentage among quarterbacks currently in the NFL. 6th best in winning percentage as a team. So is it a team? Is it not a team? Because I know he gets easier games, right? But it's always an excuse about Dak. We can talk about Dak all day. I'm not. But we could do this all day long. I mean, people say he can't beat winning teams. Now we talk about Dak sucks because he can't beat the good teams. And listen, he's had some struggles, but it's not just him. It's the offensive line. It's the other players around him. It's the coaching, let's be honest. So all these reasons, including Dak, where you have more trouble against better defenses, right? So when you look at the quarterback, any single quarterback out there except the guy from Kansas City. Take out Patrick Mahomes, who's the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Outside of Patrick Mahomes, tell me if there's any other winning percentage against 500 or better teams, playoff teams, or again better than average teams. That's greater than Dak's. Because Dak's 2nd on this list, guys, when beating the tough teams. Highest winning percentage. I'm saying highest winning. I said percentage above 500%. Or, an 8-8 team, let's say, a 9 wins, a 10 wins, or usually a playoff team. Dak is behind Patrick Mahomes.
So I guess that does squash a little bit of the argument.
It will never squash it. It will never squash the argument. People are going to hate that because, hey, well, look at that pass he just threw. Okay, he threw a bad pass. What about the 15 before that and the 15 after it?
It's more about the fact that some people just say that, we just haven't faced the type of good quality teams to make some of those better stats justified. You get what I'm trying to say?
But you're also looking at, again, there's Dak, there's coaching, there's Noah Brown out there instead of Brandon Cooks or Amari Cooper, not there anymore. Now you got Noah. I'm just saying there's reasons, there's ups and downs. And so I'm trying to say is it's hard to be consistent when they keep throwing different players in that field.
I'm just throwing out there part of the
Of course.
So.
But that's what I just said. Like even the tougher teams, playoff teams, over 500 winning percentage teams that he's faced, only Patrick Mahomes is better than him. Just saying, like, since 2020. It makes no sense. I understand if you doubt him, but the hate is stupid. There's no reason. I mean, some people would say he's maybe the best statistical quarterback the Cowboys have had in our history. Now, winning Super Bowls, we didn't say that. I'm saying statistical. So, again, the Cowboys haven't won in nearly 30 fucking years, 27 years. And then they say, well, the Cowboys, they didn't do it in 37 years. Dak's not going to be able to do it this year or any year. The realistic thing here, guys, is the Cowboys, this entire drought, when discussing this, how many of these players are on the team that have been here for the whole 27 years? Obviously, most of these guys weren't even born. Some of these guys won the last Super Bowl. Multiple quarterback greats. They didn't win a ring, guys. Where some average league quarterbacks, like Trent Dilfer, you say Flacco is a little above average, maybe. They got Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? So it's not them. It's the fucking team, guys. And there's, again, a lot of greats didn't win a ring until they were in their 30s. John Elway, I remember he didn't win one for a while. I mean, Dan Marino won one, never. You guys feel me on this? So, again, Dak hasn't played a single down of football yet as a 30-year-old human. He's not even 30 yet. Like, again, he's not 30 yet as far as playing his first game. He's 30, but he's going to play his first game against the Giants. His first real football game against the Giants. And that's his first one. I'm saying that's his first one. His real football game against the Giants is going to be his first one in his 30s. A lot of great quarterbacks won their Super Bowls in their 30s. So I'm just saying, everyone calm the fuck down. Dak's been up and down. There's been reasons for that. Some of it's him. Some of it's the coaching. Some of it's the players around him. I think this year is the best year. We have everything around him right. So there's no excuse for Dak. There's no excuse for McCarthy. No excuse for the offensive fucking line or the running backs or the receivers or anyone on offense. So let's stop the bullshit, guys. The opportunity is right before him here. And here's the chance for this team to come together and do it in a real way. I'm sorry I have to get tough love here, guys, but it's the facts. It's just the facts. Now, I wanted to go from defense to offense. Any quick thoughts on Mr. Dak Prescott and my little soliloquy I just threw out there?
Let me see here.
Anything?
Jumps and Cowboy said, Dak isn't exactly my favorite Cowboy, but he's the leader of our team, and Trey Lance is not ready as he's had a hard time reading defense.
Thank you. Again, great summation there.
So, let me see. And Stone Immaculate just said, facts, MCF. Facts, no printers.
Try my best. Dak fucks up, you see me call him out. Every single time I call him out.
Oh, Cactus G said, I wish they had done a presentation of the Zero jersey to Overshown. They're holding it for him. It'd go viral.
Probably next year. Expect that to happen. If they're going to give it to Overshown, it'll be next year when he's getting ready to get, off the rehab. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sounds weird. Well, no, getting out of rehab, getting done with rehabbing his injury, his torn ACL.
If he was in rehab for a year, I think we have bigger problems.
Good point.
Oh, so Kappa Jones said, in Dak we trust. And
yep.
I have to admit that for me, I wouldn't say Dak is my favorite Cowboy currently on the team. He's definitely one of them. Part of it is, outside of his, what I feel like is very good play. Dak is the type of guy that I think just inspires people to like him. And
I love the inspiration. I love all that stuff.
I don't mean by inspire like that. I'm just saying that
he makes them play better by the way he plays on the field, no? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I just mean he's a likable guy. Okay, that's literally what I'm trying to say. Outside of the football stuff, outside of all that other stuff, he's just the type of guy that a lot of people just say he's a nice guy.
Agree 1,000%. The thing for me though, I don't care about the likable side. I mean, I don't mind it. Look, no, I'm saying for me, baby. I'm saying for me. For me, it's not. I don't care about Dak Prescott's likability. I just want him to win. And it's so that's why to me it's not. That's why I can't put this all the way on. Like there's, I see things. If it was on Dak, I'd be the first one to say Dak needs to get better. I love his off the field persona. I love the way he does off the field. It's commendable. That's not going to win Super Bowls. I'm just saying. So to me, it's like I got to see Dak get in there and just get coached right. Get a coach that knows. Okay, Dak's already not going to really evolve much more. So let's get whatever we can fixed. Let's get him fixed, and then let's play around his skill set. No one's done this in his fucking career. Not one fucking coach. Not Kellen Moore, not Linehan, not Garrett. McCarthy's first chance to get in there, and that's what matters. So to me, likability is great and all that good stuff. And, his attitude is fantastic. I mean, all these things are checks off A+ for Dak Prescott. Leader, for sure. First one in, last one out. That's Dak. But in the end, number one, he can't do it all by himself. That's a fact. Number two, if he gets close enough, I think he'll get us to this. He'll get us that next. If you need a little push from Dak, he more than can do it. He's been through the shit in his career. A lot of bad coaches overcoming that. A lot of bad teams put together for him with no offensive line or no receivers. We've had a couple of years like that. Dak overcome that shit. One of the few quarterbacks I've ever seen really overcome a lot of roadblocks that were there almost on purpose by the front office or bad coaching. So to me, now you're getting this is why I'm excited, because this is the best we're going to see around Dak. I mean, the true best around Dak. We've said it before. Oh, this is the best offense we had around Dak. Yeah. But it was still Kellen Moore there, which I always criticize. Oh, there was Lenahan or Garrett's input. There was always that stain in the background, and you could see it every game. You'd see the stain showing on the screen. Well, with Dak's play, sometimes the coaching or the style of game plan we got going on out there. I do trust McCarthy the most out of everybody in Dak's career, and I do have this hesitation, but I'm confident actually that Dak's going to have probably his best consistent year he's ever had in this league. I don't know about 5,000 yards. I don't give a fuck. I won 3,000 yards in a Super Bowl. And I think Dak would say the same thing. So, look, that's the way I see it. And I think that he has the ability to do that. Like I said, there's better quarterbacks than Dak that took longer to get to the Super Bowl into their 30s. And like Jason Russell had Elway into his 40s. It wasn't his 40s, but he looked like he was fucking 40. And then you got guys out there never won one, like Dan Marino. You got guys out there that, you could say Romo. Some people will say, well, Romo never won. A lot of quarterbacks don't win one. And, through these tough years in the 21st century, Brady has every fucking ring, it seems like. So very few other quarterbacks were even able to win Super Bowls this century. And there was a lot of great ones that only won, like Drew Brees or Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers. Because there was, it was a lot of fucking tough competition out there. Again, I also remember it's also just not Dak Prescott. It's also we didn't have some defenses some years. We didn't have some offensive, receivers or offensive line other years, along with the coaching. So there's a lot of reasons. And Dak also learning, growing, getting flipped around in these different schemes that I think, it was more about force when it came to Kellen Moore, forcing Dak to attack. And you know what? Even there's some negatives in that, it's also helpful now in Dak and in his repertoire. He knows what he can and cannot do. So all this stuff just built up to Dak where he's at now, and I think Dak is at his best this year. He's going to be his best year. In consistency, I don't care about the stats. I care about the wins, and that's what I mean. Dak's going to have the best year as far as wins are concerned. Anyways, I'll stop babbling.
It's all good, but yeah, Grimpa said pressure is full-blown on Dak now. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he looks at it as pressure.
Well, he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. It was always pressure.
That's
all
the thing.
The time.
It's the same thing as it was last year. A lot of people, talking about Dak this, Dak that, 5 years ago. So the pressure's the same for Dak, I think. He's fine. He's used to it.
So I guess that's one good thing about him, obviously being put through the forges of the fire there.
Yeah,
when it comes to learning some on-the-job training and being the Dallas Cowboys QB.
That's what I said.
Like, that's all he's ever known when it comes to being in the NFL. So
and that's why I said, believe it or not, that helps Dak Prescott. I made this comment. People hated me for saying this, but I said when Mahomes had the issue with both his offensive linemen going down for that Super Bowl against the Bucks and Brady, I said Dak would have handled that better. I'm not saying he would have played better, but he would have handled that situation better. You know why? Because Dak had to play without both his tackles half that season and other seasons. And he's running for his life because the bad play calls and they're not adjusting for the lack of offensive blocking like last year. So I'm just saying, like, these things to me, you can see, like, that's why I say, like, Dak might have been ready for that situation better than Mahomes, believe it or not. With no offensive line, Dak is ready for that. He's experienced this shit before. Mahomes hasn't. And so he was a little caught off guard, I think, by that. I'm not saying Mahomes is much better than every quarterback in the NFL, but just giving you an example, what I saw for a second, like, I see Dak overcoming these hardships. It's going to make him better and stronger in situations where maybe there will be an issue like that, and then Dak knows how to take it to the next level. Just got to get him there. Got to get the coaches. Got to get him there. We'll see what happens in 2023.
So, let me see here. Retro Scotty said, Dak has the weapons, the O-line, but he himself needs to perform when it matters the most.
I mean, in this new offense, there should be no problem. I don't see any reason why there'll be a problem. When I see the major issue from Dak, let's be honest, guys. Do you think it was Dak? Do you think Dak was the major issue when he was had nobody to throw to? And Noah Brown was the guy slowing down and it hits off his hands and it's a pick? Is that on Dak? And it's a pick six on overtime. And that's on Noah Brown. And I'm not saying Dak didn't have some mistakes. But even that Niner game in the playoffs, Dak had nowhere to go on a couple of those. I would say the one with CeeDee Lamb, the interception, That one, Dak would kind of mess. That was a bad play, a horrible play by Dak. But why was that a play call? We just lost Tony Pollard. It's 2nd and 1 or whatever it was, and we throw the ball, another predictable kind of Kellen Moore play. So that's my thing. It's like, yeah, Dak shouldn't have thrown that, but why is that the play? And I think McCarthy's going to make sure that he sees maybe some things that Dak might make a mistake on. He's going to make sure it makes it real simple. And Dak has 3 choices, A, B, or run. I think it's going to be kind of the mindset throughout this year for Dak Prescott in this offense. Or just get the ball out quick. All these things are going to work for the Cowboys, I believe, in Dak Prescott's skill set. So, I think Dak performing well. Yeah, of course Dak has to perform well. He usually does. I think the coaches got to perform well. I think that the offensive line, the receivers, they got to catch the ball. I mean, everybody has to perform well. I think we can agree.
Yeah, and good night, Mary. Take it easy. Have a great night.
Yeah, we got to do that raffle, too.
Early work tomorrow.
All right. Well, let's keep it moving here because the last thing before the raffle, which is coming right up here, guys, right after this, is, of course, the biggest news of the day for our Cowboys, and that is the Terrence Steele extension. Guys, again, I'm curious to know what everyone's voted on there.
Yeah, make sure to vote in the poll.
Yeah, make sure, because Terrence Steele, number 78, guys, today agreed to a 5-year, $86.8 million contract extension. And again, it also features $50 million guaranteed money. $50 million of the 86 is guaranteed. The maximum value is $91.8 million for the contract for the 5 years. Just so you guys know, it's an extra $1 million a year of incentives is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So in this new 5-year, $86.8 million extension, it mirrors, very similar to the Mike McGlinchey contract that was signed by the Niners offensive lineman. You saw him getting thrown by Micah Parsons. But he was a Niner first rounder, and he signed from the Niners to the Denver Broncos. So now he's in Denver. And this free agency, he went there. He signed a 5-year, $87.5 million contract, $52.5 million guaranteed. So McGlinchey contract was like $1 million more, a couple million more in guarantees. But he was a first rounder. Terrence Steele was undrafted. Oof, man, that's a big difference there. So again, let's just put it this way, guys. You know what Terrence Steele, his contract this year was going to be? He was on a 2nd round restricted free agent. Restricted. It's a restricted tender or whatever it is, where he's playing for $4.3 million. $4.3 million this year. So take that in your mind. I know somebody asked about the cap hit. I expect it to be around that number.
Okay.
$6 million, something like that, as our this year cap hit, which means we still got like $13 million open on the cap. But the deal is this, guys. He was going to play on a $4.304 million 2nd round restricted free agent tender. Now all of a sudden he's now the 8th highest paid right tackle. Right-sided tackle in the NFL. What's his numbers, baby? You might ask. I'm going to tell you. And it's not really out there, but it's called mathematics. Right? I did it. It takes 2 seconds to do. But his per year number on this $86 million deal, almost 87, is $17.36 million per year. $17.36 million per year. And if you throw in there
something to sneeze at there.
Yeah, if you put in the $1 million per year more, it's obvious. The max contract he can make every year on his cash and his money, $18.36 million. That's the maximum he can get. So it's $1 million more is the max, but he got a lot of money there. Again, $50 million guaranteed. So if you're doing the math here real quick, probably 3 out of the 5 years are fully guaranteed. So just got an injury, which scares me. All right. But he goes from the ranks, guys, of the undrafted free agent group of guys, and through that torn ACL. Again, that torn ACL and MCL, let's remember it, scares me the fuck out of me. I'm just sorry about that. But he's got now, real wealth now, a real big contract, guaranteed $50 million, can get up to $86.8 million, probably get most of that, and can get up to $91.8 million at max. Very cool, very rare for an undrafted player to secure a big long-term deal like this. Tony Romo, undrafted long-term deal. Miles Austin, undrafted long-term deal. The only guys I can recently remember of the Cowboys doing that with, outside of course, the 70s. We talk about some guys there that I think was I forgot a couple. I don't know, someone out there with Mel Renfro and some of those guys. One of those guys up there was a free agent as well. So, undrafted free agent, I should say. So, anyways, what do you guys think? Again, there's a poll in there. I want to know what you guys think. But, the key here for Terrence Steele for me is how he went from a guy that could you see this 3 years ago, baby, when he was a rookie, us saying we're going to sign this guy for $17, $18 million a year.
I would have laughed you out of the room.
I mean, I'm like, you're crazy. But the guy showed real improvement in the second year with Duke Manyweather in the offseason, and his offseason kind of working out, got a lot better. Last year, he was a solid guy right next to Zach Martin, solidifying that right side, dual blocking and the whole thing, and then he tore his knee. All right? So if he didn't tear his knee, I'd say great deal. I love this deal. But I'm worried a little bit about it. But let's just go it like this, guys. Let's look at the facts of the stats. He allowed a quarterback pressure. He allowed a quarterback pressure rate below 5%. Below 5%. And this is over the last 2 years, not just like 3 games or over the last 2 seasons. He's allowed only 5% pressure, a rate of 5% pressure against him in 2 years. His PFF run blocking grade, 84.7 run blocking. This is why the Cowboys love him. But again, his pass blocking had to get better. I'm just saying he's not allowing a lot of pressure. So he's got an unbelievably solid run blocking grade. He's obviously very solid as a pass blocker.
Yeah, and if you want to feel the impact of Terrence Steele in a very easy way without having to look at any numbers or stats or anything, just remember what our offensive line looked like when he was there, and then remember what happened the second that he got hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm just saying, like, that alone just lets you know he
was
doing a pretty good job.
I agree. Look, since 2021, someone said it earlier, he ranks 5th among right tackles in the NFL since 2021 in these numbers.
So he's been able to kind of hang with some of the big boys there.
I'd say after his horrible 2020 rookie year, COVID was there. He's an undrafted guy. I wanted him cut almost year 1, but man, they kept him on and proved me wrong, and I'm glad because he found a guy who could be a leader on this right side of our team for a decade. So we'll see what happens. But right now, he's got another 5 years for the Cowboys at an average of 17 to 18 million per year, and Cowboys been going a little bit crazy this year in these extensions. Let me just go back a little bit. In 2019, do you remember who we signed that year? Jalen Smith to the extension, La'el Collins to the extension, Ezekiel Elliott to an extension. By the way, what do they all have in common? They're all not here.
I was just about to say, I'm like, they're all gone, right?
Yep, they're all gone. So in 2020, no extensions given. No contract extensions. 2021, no contract extensions given. In 2022, no contract extensions given. In 2023, Trayvon Diggs, Malik Hooker, Terrence Steele, and on and on. Let me explain, guys. The Cowboys have been pulling out the checkbook this summer. Trayvon Diggs, 5 years, $97 million. Terrence Steele, 5 years, $86.8 million. Zach Martin, 2 years, restructured his last 2 years of his deal, $36.85 million. Tony Pollard, $10.09 million franchise tag. Malik Hooker, he got a 3-year, $24 million contract extension. So who's next is my question. And I think that you got Dak Prescott on the extension possibility. Of course, CeeDee Lamb. Again, you could throw in there Biotish. A center is important to you. You got to look that way. And never forget, the first chance we get to sign Micah Parsons, you sign Micah Parsons to get him as cheap as you possibly can. So, where do we go from here, baby? What do you think about this Terrence Steele signing? What does the chat think about it? What's the votes going on this? I'm curious. Let's start with the votes first and see. And let's see what let's kick it off with the overall viewpoint. I know. Well, okay. Let's go with the votes, I guess.
Right, so right now with 74 votes, guys, we asked you, do you like that the Cowboys gave Terrence Steele that 5-year, $86 million extension? 68% of you guys said yes. About time. 27% said, unsure. I'm worried about that ACL. And 5% said, no, I don't like this.
So very few didn't like it at all. I actually like it to an extent. I'm the unsure. Because and you guys know I say this, well, I'm about a quarter of the family now. I say the ACL, MCL is what worries me. To give him this kind of contract at $50 million fully guaranteed, you're guaranteeing almost 3.5 years of his contract. To me, it's a chance with the ACL, but they have been, it's the doctors or Cowboys know what's going on. So I'm hoping, knocking on wood, that they're secure about the MCL and ACL, and there's a beyond fantastic surgery and rehab, and great rehab by him, of course, ahead of schedule. So I'm hopeful that this is the right move for the Cowboys. I'm just a little bit. I would have waited one more year. I'm sorry. I don't think we would have saved $500,000 It would have been worth saving one more year up for next year getting this deal signed. The same deal, just move it to the next year and add another $500,000. That's me. That's just me. And that's 27% of the chat. But most of you guys agree with you, right, baby? What are your thoughts about it?
I said yes, about time. Honestly, the fact that Terrence Steele came back earlier than expected from said injury, the fact that he was looking, and that he came back from said injury, not just like, oh, okay, it wasn't some Michael Gallup-esque situation. Like, he was ready to go. He's fully participated in pretty much our entire training camp. I'm just saying. And, of course, it was our own surgeons who did the surgery. So I'm going to just assume that if the Cowboys are giving him this type of contract, they don't have any doubts about that knee or that leg. Now, of course, anyone can get hurt. Something could still happen. But if something happens, I don't think it's going to be related to this previous injury. So,
we'll see. That leg makes me a little nervous. The left leg. A little nervous.
Now, I was going to say, I'm not saying I'm fully without nerves, but it's such a small part compared to the relief that I feel of knowing that we locked down such a vital piece of our offensive line. And that they did it before he got even more expensive.
Yeah, you made a good
because
point
I
in the
think
past.
they have a feeling that he's going to go out there week one and show why he could have demanded more money.
Let me say this though, baby, because what's his name that left us, Connor McGovern. He got like $8.5 million or something like that. $8 million, I think he got $8 million for 3 year, $24 million deal. I'm just saying, like, I think that brings to light maybe why this contract is even more important. The Cowboys got it done sooner. What's the reason you always say, baby? What's wrong with the NFL right now? What's the biggest thing missing in the NFL right now when it comes to a position?
Offensive linemen, guys. They are in very short supply, and Terrence Steele has shown that he is good. He's consistent. He's a hard worker. He fits in well. He's
done great. Yeah, he's almost a Pro Bowler.
I think the Cowboys are, trying to get ahead of this as well, considering that we are probably going to have a few other offensive line situations to focus on and worry about. So honestly, just having Terrence Steele, knowing that he's going to be a Cowboy for the foreseeable future, that I do think that takes a lot of pressure off. And it also shows that, we might bitch about the Cowboys for their lack of offensive line depth, but they certainly are still paying lots of attention to the offensive line, even if, again,
not
it's
depth.
maybe not, even if it's maybe
the
not the depth. We're definitely focusing on at least our starters.
Yeah.
So.
One of them is Tyron Smith, and that usually means we need a backup, So anyway, that's a good catch up there. I'll end that poll shortly, but how many people voted in that, by the way?
We have 75 votes. By Griff21 said, if you wait and he balls out, then you're talking about Lane Johnson money. Exactly. So it would not be a good situation. And honestly, I feel like this is the type of deal that, again, is fair to both sides. I think it's fair compensation for what he has done for us and what we're kind of expecting him to continue doing for us, but it doesn't feel like we did anything stupid outside of the possible question mark over his injury. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
if you take away the knee questions, how would you feel about this contract? Would you feel differently?
I would be jumping up and down happiness.
Okay, so that's my point. And I think that for once, it sounds a little silly here, but I am going to trust that our Dallas Cowboys know some of what they're doing here, at least now. So
when I went back and looked at Jalen Smith, Ezekiel Elliott, and La'el Collins, the last time we extended anybody, I got a little nervous. That's all, because they jumped the gun last time we saw this happen. They jumped the gun, right? So I hope they didn't jump the gun with Terrence Steele. That's all.
And again, if you're gonna jump the gun a bit for an offensive lineman, I feel like
it's a good thing
because
it's limited out there when it comes to talent.
It does matter the position that we're talking about, and especially considering our recent tackle woes. I don't want to have to think about who's out there guarding my $40 million plus quarterback too.
Let's hear. I agree. I definitely agree.
I want to hit up the chat.
Let's hit up the chat. And again, guys, we're getting ready for the raffle here, the jersey raffle. So get ready, star level. So maybe hit up the chat there. Give me a couple of shout outs, a couple people in the house giving their thoughts on Terrence Steele and this signing, why they voted the way they did above. So let me hear it, baby.
So Retro Scotty said, if you think it's possible if Zach Martin were to go, Steele could play right guard. I don't think the Cowboys are.
The Cowboys have talked about
that necessarily.
The Cowboys have talked about him playing left guard. Guys, it was just retro. That's just the Cowboy front office talking smack. They ain't going to move him. They want him. They got him. They paying that money for right tackle.
Yeah, but I've said it before. I'm not a fan of this whole O-line shuffle, so no. I don't think I want to see Terrence Steele at anywhere other than right tackle.
He's going to stay at right tackle. And Zach Martin ain't going anywhere for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm. So in Chris Plumage, born ready. We've been ready.
Hell yeah.
You know it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, actually, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. Oh, joking a little bit there, but just honestly, just excited, you guys. Exactly. Kelly Casey said, I can't believe this time next week, game 1 will be in the books. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So, by the way, take a second to shout out the man Snug X.
Oh, yeah.
Saying a hello and hi.
Hey, Snug in the
sponsor
house.
Of the week, the Cash App
King. You see it right here. Bam. Hey, right now, he's about, I don't know, he's a little bit back on Mr. Jason Renfro in second place on the overall board, but Snug X, he's looking like he's going to be the Cash App King for this week for 4 weeks in a row, a whole month of domination, and we'll see what happens. A lot of battles going on. We're going to be, deciding them basically after the raffle, so stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. So Jason Renfro said Jerry's got to get an even bigger hole in his wallet before he pays the TD Lamb.
Yeah, CD Lamb. Like I said, there's Dak Prescott extension. You could say Biotish, and of course, Micah Parsons. Still 4 names I'm looking at the top of the list. And let me know if I forgot anyone, but those are the top 4 names I'm looking at that we still need to sign. And trust me, guys, with the salary cap, we'll get a little bump next year as well, like a $30-40 million bump. It's going to absorb some of the dead cap money. It's going to also absorb a lot of the extension we're going to give out here. And I do believe that definitely CD Lamb, Micah Parsons, and Dak Prescott will probably get that extension. I'm hoping somewhere, Tyler Biotish gets that extension as well. I think they're waiting for the end of the year for that.
Mm-hmm.
End of the season.
But look, Tyler, what's up?
Yeah,
we have, let me see, John Montgomery, Aztec Aguilar 04 saying, yep, Lamb is next. So I guess,
I would say he's next.
Mini impromptu poll. But yeah, out of all the players that are, quote unquote, due next, who do you think will actually end up getting signed next or seeing some contract stuff happen? Just because if you go off of who's actually still left, it does feel like CeeDee Lamb is the likeliest next domino to fall, especially just because it's been it's kind of funny because I feel like CeeDee Lamb's contract is the one that's been the quietest of all. Everybody, and maybe it's just because it's such a foregone conclusion, like no one's really had to think about it, like we know it's going to happen.
He's on his 5th-year deal.
Whereas all the other ones, at least there was a little bit more question marks around, not necessarily if they would happen, but just like, like what are the Cowboys thinking here? Like at least when it comes to CeeDee Lamb, it sounds like, the Cowboys have been saying pretty much the same thing consistently, which is kind of funny because it's not usually the case. Excuse me, guys. It is actually almost raffle time here, so I just want to make sure I keep rolling through.
Yeah, we're just going to hit the last couple of comments, I guess, and then we'll go from there.
Rodriguez said, no wonder Zach was mad about his contract. I think they overpaid him being hurt. I hope I'm wrong.
You mean Terrence Steele, right?
Yeah.
That's my same worry for you. Same exact worry on my side is I'm not talking about Zach Martin. To me, it's more about the fact that, Zach Martin's getting paid like $18 million.
Like it's $1 million more than Steele. Representing the 210, I'm proud of him for putting in the work.
I mean, I'm glad he did. I just don't want the Cowboys to suffer because he gets hurt again. That's my only fear, guys. And listen, if he survived 1 year, I'd say, all right, give him the money. But it's still a question mark for me until the end of the season. I hope he makes it all the way through. If he does, I expect if he makes. Listen, here's what I truly think about Terrence Steele. If this man plays the whole season, knock on wood, injury free, Pro Bowl for this guy. I guarantee it. He's going to be a top 2 NFC right tackle. Him and Lane Johnson probably go in there. We'll see. Glinski, he's now in Denver. I think that Terrence Steele will be in that Pro Bowl if he stays injury free. And I'm knocking on actual wood. So yes, I expect that from Terrence Steele at the end of this year if he stays healthy.
Well, there you go. So
this might make sense.
But yeah, baby, I'm ready. If you
for that raffle, you guys ready
for that star raffle? And again, guys, huge shout out to everybody here chilling with us. Find a little second to hit like, subscribe, hit that bell. We will be crowning some champions tonight here shortly as well. But before we do, we got to get to the star member raffle. We've said it before. We say it again, guys. Our star members and beyond do get entered once a month for one of these. We are finally able to do one of these once again.
Took a little time, guys. We apologize for the delay. We're back doing this thing here now once a month. This is our September raffle here, guys. So keep that in mind. And as I'm setting it up behind the scenes, I guess you can say, we will be doing one name, right? Just the first name comes up, we're good, and that's going to be the winner there.
That's right.
That's the way we're going to do this. I'm going to set it up here so we can get it rolling. And hey, may the best star level member win. I will also talk, make sure
If anyone said a CD waiting on Justin Jefferson, hey, maybe.
Could be. I mean, again, remember, it's not only what's going on one, it's not just one side of one-way street, so to speak, right?
Yeah,
it's also,
we don't know. It's not like we've heard like one side or the other is holding anything up.
Right.
So
it could be, it could be the agent on CeeDee Lamb's side of things. So, anyways, let me open this up, baby, if you don't mind, and we can kick this thing off.
Very much.
And we'll let you know who's in this. Now go through each name. You can see all the names in the raffle, and it just be we'll hit the I guess you get the online machine that we have here, and whatever happens. There it is, guys. There's the 7 fantastic star level. All these guys are star level, but it's also over everything. If you're in the over everything level, you would also be in this list. We'll see who wins. Fantastic Mosh sewn and stitched jersey. So here it comes, guys. Skeptical Fan, Lincoln Kane, Mary Alvarez, Jason Renfro, Dwayne Broussard, Andy Potch, and Ron the Don Smith. Good luck to all. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Drum roll, please. And the winner is Jason Renfro with the big win right there. Again, Jason has the true takeover coming up. It looks like.
Said it. He needed that birthday jersey. Well,
yeah, got
very
one.
Happy birthday month to you.
Yeah,
Jason
he's actually gonna hit. He's the big winner, guys. Much love to Jason Renfro. Another one for Jason. 1 out of 7, and it could be anybody next time as well. So again, it could be Jason Renfro next month. You never know. That's the way it goes. He's the big winner. Congrats. We shall see what happens as every week goes on here at MCF. Every month, I should say, goes on, and we keep making sure we pick maybe a new one or maybe not. We'll see. Again, this could be I've said it multiple times. The star level membership. We used to have like 20 something people in there. So back when it was rolling. So it was a lot more, a lot of different people in there. Right now we got 7. See, not off. Everybody in there can definitely get a W, as I say there, a win. And, we'll see what happens, guys. Check out the membership. I don't know if you want to put the exclamation point membership so you know how to get into any of the levels, Navy, Blue, Silver, Star, or the Over Everything one, which Over Everything, we'll see if someone ever hits that up during the season. On that month, you'll be on the channel for an entire episode with us talking, after every topic, you'll get first say on your thoughts on the topic. Whatever day that is good for you, good for us. We'll get you on here. So that's one of the bonuses on the memberships. And so check it out, guys. Congrats to our first 2023 winner, September 2023 star level member raffle. Jason Renfro.
There you go.
Appreciate you, Jason. Much love, and go Cowboys.
So, of course, guys, again, can't do what we do here without everybody's continued love and support. So whether you're here chilling in the chat, chatting, sharing the MCF love, letting people know, hey, how can you find us here on the MCF side of things, right? Of course we have, everybody else doing their thing, right? Whether it's the gifted memberships, the drops of love here in the chat, the Cash App, all of it together, guys. Seriously, can't say enough how much we appreciate you all allowing us to do here what we do at MCF and heading into another football season. Yeah, that's it, guys. We did it. We made it through the fucking off season officially now.
Official.
Now, starting tomorrow, and by the way, Labor Day, yes, and everybody hopefully is enjoying their holiday off.
No, you won't be, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. The wife has to work, unfortunately. She's the only one in the world, I think, working, along with police and firefighters and the hospitals.
Although not for long, thankfully.
Yeah, it cuts it off at the wrong time there. So, anyways, guys, thank you once again for repping with us here. As we shut it down, I'm going to check my the last couple things here, make sure we don't have any other drops. We're good.
And Jason, just make sure to hit us up.
Send it through the Instagram or whatever the best way is sending it to us, like on paper, so we got it,
Yeah. So we have it officially, but I do see him saying he wants the Aikman throwback. So.
All right, good. Hey, we got that, brother. So you get what you like, you get there again if it's available, which we have. So, yep, send it to us. We'll get you that information, and now we could come even quicker. I think now we get And Jason Renfro, he's racking them up here, Mr. Jersey Man over here. Congratulations, Jason Renfro. Again, him, Skeptical, everybody on that star level, big part of this show. Huge part of the show, guys. So we truly appreciate every single one of you guys, no matter what level you're in, but star level over everything, guys. We bow down to you. Thank you for the love and support here as our top sponsors. But the top sponsor of the week, baby, I think it's time to announce it. It has been 3 weeks in a row. SnugX, 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row.
That's right.
He's also been, SnugX has been not Jason Renfro. Jason Renfro, not there, though. SnugX is the Cash App king for 3 straight weeks as well. So, has he got 4 in a row? Yes, he does. In the Cash App side, SnugX, a whole month of domination. He's leading us in to week 1 against the New York Football Giants. SnugX is the Cash App king. Much love to you, Snug. And go Cowboys. SnugX sponsor week, giving that baton over, passing it over now to Jason Renfro. Yeah. You knew he was making his mark in there. Much love, Jason Renfro. Now going to be the sponsor of the week, bringing it in to week 1. So much love to him representing on that board. David Lara kicking off the week tomorrow with us, representing that week 1 Giants. David Lara for 84 points. The old McEwen there, although he is still on our practice squad, so he's still number 84. David Lara, much love as he brings us into the first week of NFL football starting tomorrow here in MCF. And then, yes, the battle to the fourth quarter. Now it's hit the buzzer, it looks like. The membership gifting side of things. Jason Renfro has 4 weeks in a row. Did he get 5 on it? He did. He's getting it now. 21-14 to 1 for NDN Boogie. 21 for Jason Renfro. Gifted memberships this week. And then Skeptical Fan with a gifted 14 memberships. NDN Boogie has 1, but Jason Renfro with the win. And he has 5 on it, 5 weeks in a row. So Jason Renfro has the almost complete takeover, minus the Cash App side of things. Congratulations, Jason Renfro. Congratulations to SnugX, and congratulations to David Lara.
That's right.
Representing the new boards next week. We'll reset them tomorrow, and it's on, guys. Football season is here. It's ready. Are you ready? I know we are. Baby, get the last shout-outs in the chat and the last comments, and
yes.
let's call it a night.
I think I did most of the shout-outs here. Angelina Cervantes, take it easy. Kelly KC, have a great night. Let me see. Stone Immaculate, Jason, Chris Plumage, Chalk to Montana 808, Scorpio, John Montgomery, Nastic Aguilar 04, Griff 181, Retro Scotty, Jason Renfro, Thomas Garrett, of course, SnugX, Rolando Rodriguez.
I broke the poll down for everyone, too, for the final numbers. But
there we go. Perfect. Then, so with 81 votes in total, 69% of you guys said it's time.
Ooh, 69.
Yes, it's time.
25 said, like me, unsure.
Yeah. So, and like I said, it mainly is just a question of, will he physically be able to hold up and actually do what we contractually just paid him to do?
I knocked on wood. It has to work. Stephen White, much love. Good night. Retro Scotty, good night. Chris Plumage, also good night. Rolando Rodriguez, good night. Kelly KC, everyone, much love. SnugX in the house. Ooh. Appreciate you, Snug. And I don't know if I missed any other names, baby. Everyone have a great Labor Day tomorrow. Enjoy it with your family, friends, and loved ones. We'll be doing the same and jumping out here for probably an MCF in 30. 30-minute, 45-minute, maybe an hour stream. Tonight was was supposed to be about an hour. It went a little longer. You know how we do here, guys. An hour and 23 minutes. We roll. That's what we do. We roll and on and on and on. Guys, thank you for rocking with us. And, baby, I want you to remind everybody in the house, why do we do this here in My Cowboys Family every day, every week, every month, year? We're in 6 and plus right now, our 7th season on MCF. Why do we do this on My Cowboys Family?
It's that navy blue, that silver too, and that star over everything.
Win, lose, or draw, good, bad, or ugly. Remember here on MCF, we rep that star over everything. Like I said, 6 years and beyond. 7 seasons now, kicking it off this week, this new week coming up. Never forget the number one thing here, now, and forever on My Cowboys Family. As always, say it with us, say it loud. Go Cowboys! Let's get that 6 and beyond. Ooh, and at the buzzer, NDN Boogie adding 1 for the family. Angry Stewie from Family Guy is now a member.
Thank you, NDN Boogie, for the gifted membership there. Ooh. Huge shout out to everyone showing the love and sharing the love with the fellow family members here.
That's the best way to show the love on My Cowboys Family. So extra special thanks there, NDN Boogie. Well, he ends with that safety. Gets the safety at the end. at the buzzer in the fourth quarter, in overtime. Much love, Mr. NDM Boogie. Much love to everybody gifting the membership, Skeptical and Jason Renfro, and everybody in the house representing the boards like Mr. Lara, Mr. SnugX, and all the rest that dropped the love tonight. Mary Alvarez in the membership, Andy Potts in the membership, but Skeptical, Jason Renfro, Jangly Echoes, NDM Boogie. Can't do this without you guys' love and support. As we said, go Cowboys to end that part of the stream. We can't do this without your guys' love and support in the chat, dropping the knowledge all night long, dropping the love from above all night, week, and beyond. And guys, before we can officially clock out and drop out, not just for tonight, but for the entire week, relock and reload for the first week of NFL football. Hell yeah, it's here, and we're ready. Before we can drop out for the night, baby, let them all know what we got to do before we drop on out of here.
We got to drop the beat.
Oh, yeah. That beat's been dropped. The week's, wrapped up. And now, real football is upon us, guys. Got a week to go, but I'm ready. You ready? Drop those emojis. Drop that fire. Drop it all, guys. I'm ready for some football. And here in MCF, we're recouping all right now. I think we just made it. We've made it in time for the stream. Appreciate everybody for the love all off season. It's on like Donkey Kong, guys.
We survived.
Yes. See you all tomorrow once again as the quest for 6 is near and right around the corner. It's here. Thank you all, guys, once again. Can't do this without your love and support. Here, right here, My Cowboys Family, right here for another Cowboys chat. Yes. Talked about Micah's dominance. McCarthy watching Trey Lance, trying to help him out a little bit there. But we talked about Dak and the doubters, Micah's pressure, and of course, Terrence Steele's big-time 5-year, almost $90 million contract. Fantastic. Just a little worry from me with the ACL, but I'm knocking on wood, baby, and we should be good. I'm hopeful. Here at MCF, you know what it's always about, that navy, blue, silver, 2-star over everything. But never, ever forget the number one thing right here on My Cowboys Family. Much love to everyone in the house. Appreciate you all hitting that like, subbing it up, and hitting that notification bell so you know we're going live. Follow us on Twitter at My Cowboys Family and on and on. Have a good night, guys. Hope you had a great weekend. Have a great Labor Day tomorrow. See you all tomorrow night. Have a good one. Peace out. Much love. And never, ever forget. Go Cowboys!